Okay, let's dive into this. We hear so much about AI assistants these days, but today we're going to go under the hood. We're going to look at what it really takes to build an AI that doesn't just talk to you, but actually does things. This is all about the architecture of a true AI work platform.
So when I say AI assistant, what pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably a chat box, right? A blinking cursor just waiting for our next question. But what if I told you that's just the tiny tip of a massive iceberg?
In this quote, this one idea right here is the absolute key. Thinking of an AI as an operating system instead of just a chat app completely flips the script. It's not just about conversation anymore, it's about command and control. It changes everything. So let's really dig into this idea of an AI operating system. We are talking about a fundamental shift, moving away from an AI that simply answers our questions to one that can execute some pretty complex tasks on our behalf. This is what we're really talking about, an AI work platform. And just look at these words here: coordinate actions, enforce controls, integrate. This isn't about generating some clever text. No, this is about being a reliable partner that can actually interact with your digital world, follow the rules you set, and remember what it's doing from one step to the next to get a real job done.
Okay, so let's look at how this concept creates a huge business advantage. Because building an AI this way, it's not just a technical choice, it is a deeply strategic one. It's really the difference between building a cool little feature and building a foundational platform that can support an entire business.
And this slide right here brilliantly illustrates the payoff. When you have this core operating system, you can build so many different products on top of it without ever starting from scratch. That same engine can power the interactive chat that you see, an automated script that runs overnight, and even a whole ecosystem of plugins. It is incredibly efficient, and it lets a company monetize its core tech in a bunch of different ways. Next up is another absolutely crucial advantage. This kind of architecture is built for the customers who have the most complex needs. We're talking large enterprises. It is designed from the ground up for control, for security, and of course, for the ability to grow. So the main point here is this: extensibility isn't just a nice-to-have feature. It's a core strategic asset. A platform like this knows it can't do everything by itself. Its real power comes from how well it can connect to all the other tools a business is already using. And this leads to some really powerful business outcomes. You can expand into new areas way faster just by integrating with existing tools. You create this whole ecosystem where other developers are actually making your platform more valuable. And once a customer has wired this AI into their daily workflows, it becomes incredibly difficult to replace. That's a powerful moat around your business. Now, this slide is so important. On the left, you've got what a lot of simple AI tools do. They just bolt on a thin layer of security at the end. It's often brittle, easy to get around, but on the right, you have the platform approach, where permissions, approval workflows, and logging are baked into the core engine. For a large company, knowing what the AI can and cannot do is completely non-negotiable. This built-in governance is how you earn their trust. Okay, so we've covered the business why. Now let's take a quick peek at the technical how. What are the core concepts inside this execution engine that make everything we've just talked about even possible? This is a really clever piece of design. The system separates commands, which are what you, the user, get to play with, from tools, which are what the AI model itself is allowed to use. This gives you a really flexible and powerful user experience, while at the same time maintaining super tight, secure control over what the AI can actually do on the system. It's really the best of both worlds.
So when you make a request, it doesn't just go straight to the AI. No way. It travels through this whole structured pipeline. First, the system checks for special commands, it checks permissions, it checks for attachments. Only then does the AI get to reason about it and decide if it needs to use a tool. This makes the whole process way more reliable and secure than just a simple prompt and response loop. So what this all points to is that the system has a very rich memory, or what engineers call state. It's not just remembering the last thing you said. It's constantly tracking what tools are available, what permissions it has, what tasks are running in the background, and even what's happening on the user interface. This is the kind of complex state management you see in a true agent platform.
Okay, so let's bring this all home. We've seen the business strategy and the core technology. So what's the big takeaway here? What does this mean for how AI will actually get used to do real, meaningful work?
This table sums it all up perfectly. The value comes from its depth. It can actually participate in your work. It's enterprise-ready because of that built-in governance. It has massive expansion potential because of its ecosystem of integrations. And it's all built on a single, reusable core technology. This right here is the blueprint for a truly valuable AI product.
And that leaves us with this final thought. The distinction between an AI that just answers questions and an AI that can actually perform work is, well, it's everything. It's the difference between a fascinating demo and an indispensable tool. And building an operating system for AI is exactly how you create that indispensable tool.